wish it was a little bit silencer, a little bit more silent in my house right now, but well. I'm gonna try to make up for yesterday's and yesterday's before stream, since I missed 2 streams. Why I stream late? I feel that, honestly. It's very painful when that happens. Yeah. I know there's many times where, on this world I'd forget that I don't have my elytra and I just think I do, and I just die. This would be bad now. Especially since I have 100 and I think 87 levels. This is honestly why I stream later. It's because of all these distractions. Usually. There are some times where I don't get distracted too much, or forcefully distracted actually. Dave, I wish my room was sound insulated. That would be nice. It's why I stream late. Because everybody else is going to sleep, or at least trying to go to sleep. It's my perfect opportunity. Nice. 10 hours. That's a 10K. I was like, that's pretty crazy. That's 2.5 hours per day, something like that. I still remember me and my friend, we made a realm on Bedrock. He spent 30 hours in one weekend. It was like 2.5 days. We literally got a max beacon within 2.5 hours. Not 2.5 hours, 2.5 days. It was ridiculous. It was full max tools, full everything. We basically beat the game. Funny enough, we never actually beat the Ender Dragon though. We never actually like had the, or wanted to, be honest with you. We definitely could have. It was crazy. He spent, while I was at work actually, I didn't even spend 30 hours. He spent, I think it was from like 8 o'clock in the morning till like 10 or 11 at night. I think it was actually longer than that. I think it was probably closer to midnight. I don't actually remember exactly. It's just that kind of crazy. God, dude. Why are you dying so easily? Did you try to make a heroic leap? I'm just glad to actually get like consistent subscriber numbers daily. Once a day, at least one per day. Which is nice, better than once per month or less. That's a big rip. Those are really painful. Seriously. Hmm. Who knew this project would actually take longer than 99% of most projects in Minecraft? That I've seen at least. Obviously, you know that there are a bunch more, but considering I'm just mining coal, it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive feat to take this long to mine all this coal. I may have to make a more flexible schedule with streaming in the future, but I'm not too sure. Like cram in 2 hours anytime I can. Like if it's a morning, if I somehow do morning, morning. That's kind of an interesting way to do it. Ooh, that was close. Okay. Shoot. What am I doing? I think I'm actually going blind. Or whatever, honestly. I don't even know what I'm going at this point. This is gonna be a pretty long stream, so I don't know how much time everybody that's joining has, but this is gonna be a pretty long stream to make up for yesterday and yesterday before. So if anybody likes a long stream, then you'll probably like this. And there's more chances of people joining too, because I noticed there's a couple of the streams where people joined last second. I think in terms of YouTube goals, I do want to hit what is it called? I do want to hit 4,000 hours of watch time or whatever it's called. Which this is probably one of the easier ways. Probably not the easiest because obviously I think making more enjoyable content is the best way to do it, but I'm not too sure what to do. I can't make a let's play of this world, that'd be ridiculous. I think that would just be absurd. Imagine making a let's play project. What happened with Farlands or Bust? My god. The episode like probably hitting almost 800 at this point. Imagine this world with the let's play. Holy god. That'd be ridiculous. This project would be like 40 or 50 episodes. This isn't even like close to the normal project. What's that even mean? Shoot. Okay. And you know, Let's Plays aren't exactly the best video content. Unless you've been doing it for like years. Um, interesting. Does anybody think I'm gonna hit level 200? Any Anybody think it's actually possible? Anybody think I could possibly hit 200 XP? I'm about halfway there. I started at 151 and I got to 186. So about 35 levels. But each thing increases exponentially after each. So I think it's pretty close. Good to know. 197. I don't know if I'll actually hit 200. Considering how slow it's actually going, even though it's obviously it's going to go very slow, but I think I'll hit 200. Oh shoot. Hey, what's up, Suna? Suna? I think it's Suna. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad new people are showing up every time. It's pretty nice. It's actually pretty refreshing. Oh shoot, that was close. I forgot I actually do need to pay attention on these next couple of lines. I'm doing lines of coal. That's what I'm doing. Anybody ever ask me what if I've ever done lines? I've done plenty of lines of coal. could say the same for sand, actually. Ooh, jeez, I'm so close to mining that on accident. Honestly, never thought I'd enjoy streaming this much, to be honest. Yes. I'm guessing that's like a sad face. I'm pretty sure it's a sad face. What am I doing this for? I don't know. I could say that about a lot of things, honestly. Or you could say that about everything. I could go really deep with this, but I'm probably not going to. Too bad most of society basically just discards why. Which makes sense, but still. Still kind of unnerving. Actually, it's more nerve-wracking than anything. Shoot. But hurry, but hurry. There you go. I feel like a bot. Which I kind of am in some way. Okay. I guess I'll meet you there in a couple minutes. Couple days, more like it. Not really. Because I don't think I can even reach that point in my world. But I'm not too sure. Oh shoot. Can I? 431. 430. I have to be on the wall. Never mind. Why did I get down from here? Oh well. Ooh, that was close. Let's say this right now. Say this right now though. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. I completely forgot, honestly. It's pretty bad. Especially when you have a million thoughts racing through your head. Even though they don't really have any tangible, not tangible uses, but intangible, oh shoot. I tend to just get a thought, forget about it, and then go to a next one and over and over and over again. But, oh well. I guess. Imagine remembering every thought that you've had. Like every single thing you actually just thought about, you've remembered. That would be kind of insane. I mean, yeah, but like, I've heard of them. I just don't know about like, wait, you mean are you talking about like savants or savants or that can remember almost everything they've learned? I don't mean like that. I don't mean just I don't know if there actually are people like this, but it's more like what if you remembered everything that you actually just had an idea about or anything of that form? You basically become a you pretty much just become a like a mixing board of ideas and you could just pull them out and store them. I think that'd be kind of sick. I know there are people that everything they've been taught or learned or anything like that, they'll remember it. It's like, I don't know what it's called, I think it's savants. That could just be numbers though, I don't really know. But this is a way deeper version of it. Yeah. Now that's pretty crazy. How is my inventory already almost full? It's kind of ridiculous. Like I just finished. There's also another term for it too, I think. Not too sure what it is though. Oh, I remember the reason why though they remembered. It's because they could switch between both sides of their brain pretty much efficiently. I think that's what the reason was, which is pretty cool if you think about it. There's probably another reason why, but I heard that was one of the reasons because they could switch between both sides. Basically, just become a memory bank. You basically just remember your logical stuff or your emotional memories, and if you can switch between both of them rapidly, you can remember pretty much everything. Good that we have new viewers too. Not too sure what else to talk about, honestly. It's just what's up, Matthew? It's been a while. Yeah, totally. I think it's been a while since you've actually been on the streams. Oh shoot. Well, I could not do anything intense and stream at the same time. I can't even imagine doing that. I can barely mine coal without my without losing not focus, but just more attention. I mean, this does take conscious effort over literally hours of it at a time, so I mean, I guess this is still kind of difficult for anybody to actually take focus on. I wish it gave me a small notification sound if wait, what? Can we do W and A? Wait, what? What does that even mean? Can you elaborate on that? Oh god, I keep do- my god, I'm gonna so regret doing this one time. Messing with this. Sure. Is there any place I can do? I wish there was a place I could do Q&A. I could probably do it in the description, but 19. But nobody reads the description, so I guess that's kind of pointless. It's one of the reasons I keep my descriptions pretty, Also, if you want to donate, I don't like advertising too much, but since I'm on the topic, if you want to donate to the stream, I do have a Streamlabs thing finally up, so. I mean, I know it's on the screen for you, but I know most people, including me, do not register something that you've seen over hours and hours at a time without any cognitive recognition to your brain, which is why people repeat things over and over again until it actually sticks in your brain. Obviously, you will not remember after 2 or 3 hours of doing something. Especially 2 or 3 hours, even 5 minutes. Yes. um, I would have to say. Ooh, that's actually tough to say. 2,000 hours. If you, the mining part, I'm not too sure. Like if you're talking about just straight mining, if you're talking about the entire world in general, probably around 2,000 hours. I don't actually know it. I can't exactly give you a good estimate, but I think around 2,000. Streams alone, probably around 400. Actually, a little bit less, I think, if you count the last streams, because last time I counted it, it was over 300, so. Not too sure. And I don't even stream that often, so. It's hard to say. I wish the PS4 had a counter, but that's just for the. I wish it was as complex Java's counter. That'd be nice. It could be a little bit less than 2,000 actually. I'm not too sure though. I know at one point I was cranking in hours, like 4 hours a day. At one point. But I didn't really, I wouldn't say I completely burned myself out very quickly, but I did kind of start losing motivation. Because usually when you spend that much time on something, your motivation will slowly drain after some given amount of time if something comes up. That makes sense. I would have to say. It's like more and more pressure, more and more pressure, more and more pressure, and it just kind of keeps building. And then once something just sways a different direction, your motivation just loses it. Which is why I don't spend a ton of time doing this project. Because of that weird motivation swing thing. Unless I actually have no restrictions or no reasons to be demotivated, or some weird turning point or something. If it's consistent, then sure, I guess spend as much time as you want to, but it depends on what you actually want out of a project, or how much time you actually want to put into it, because or even the reasoning could actually affect your motivation to put time into it. Oh shoot, why do I keep doing this to myself? honestly, when it comes to a project like this, I feel like this is one of those things where, like, if you don't really have much to sacrifice, I'd recommend starting a project like this, like, right now. And start it and don't look back, because it's quite crazy. But I think a lot of people don't do projects or don't want to start projects because they don't want to sacrifice anything. Like this project. Didn't really have much to sacrifice, and it's definitely interesting to do this project by itself. Oh my god. Wonder if there's gonna be one beacon where I don't do that. It's more like, what is it actually worth to you? Is it something you just want to prove you can do by yourself? Which is partly a reason. Do you want to do something that nobody else has done? Yeah. Do you want to potentially make an impact in a certain community? Possibly. Do you want to become a legend in the community that you're in? Especially a community this big. Even though most projects don't actually have to have some form of, like, crazy reasoning or stuff like that. I'm just glad my like-dislike ratio also is so good too, which is nice. It's actually kind of crazy how good it is. I was surprised how good that actually went. That burst of viewers. Or not viewers, but like subscribers and stuff like that. Oh my god, I swear to god, when am I not gonna... I did this, I stopped once, and then I just kept going after that. Because honestly, doing these weird obscure projects, I don't know what's gonna happen after I'm done with this project. I've been thinking that for literally the past 2 years now. What if I mine the entire world? What will actually happen? Something big could happen. But I'm not too sure. Even if nothing big happens, it will still be worth it. generally when people judge you, it's mainly just off of their insecurities. Like somebody could technically say that I'm wasting my life doing this project, but that's usually an insecurity towards their own values and what they view as socially accepted as doing work. And they don't really value people's free time either, apparently. They're insecure about their own life and free time and what they do for a living and a lot of things, actually. It's just more about what do you value instead of worrying about what other people value. Because honestly, doing a project this big without any form of anything, honestly, getting no external value from anything nice. I think I'm gonna have to call you Volk because there's already a Matthew in the group, so. Yeah, so if anybody tells you you're actually wasting your life, think about how insecure they are about their own free time and their free will towards society and the fact that they feel helpless towards anything. They just have society at their grasp. Not at their grasp. This society that itself has them in their grasp. Nice. Is it the mines? Is it that 100 by 100? Or is it like something else? Shoot. I think the weird thing is when I try to watch somebody like Sword King's videos, I want to watch his streams, but he usually streams the same time I do. It's kind of funny. It's like I want to watch his streams, but I kind of have to stream. Not have to stream, but I want to stream myself. Maybe in the future, I'll probably do less streaming. I'll just watch his streams and chat with him occasionally. And I'll just still work on the project, which is, I used to do that a lot. The Iron Tools one? What does that mean? What do you mean this is the Iron Tools one? Oh my god. Do you mean like you... Is it another 100 by 100 section? Or is it like a completely different like project, mining project. Oh, okay, never mind then. Is it the same kind of project? I feel like anybody who isn't so project oriented should not do this project. I don't care how much motivation you have, you won't last. Oh, okay. 50 by 50 is pretty reasonable. If you're not as big picture or big project oriented, this project would eat you alive easily. I don't care how much motivation you get from people. You better hope you can last 5 years of the grind. Or depending on how much free time you have, it could be less than that. Because there's only so much external value you can get on a project this big until it shatters into your internal, which if you have no intrinsic motivation, you just shatter. You honestly just become insecure after that. That's probably why a lot of people lose goals, because they don't have enough internal motivation to do something, or don't want to make an internal sacrifice towards other things that they actually want to do. Obviously that's hardwired into the brain for a lot of people, like SJ types, personality types. Which makes a lot of sense, honestly. I've been kind of connecting the dots with how most of the population's kind of experiencing motivation and stuff like that. Because I am definitely not most of the population, not even close. Actually one of the rarest types. Which is definitely a blessing and a curse. Because a lot of times I kind of just want to be the norm. But sometimes I don't want to be. It would make life a little bit easier, I'll tell you that much. Just, I don't know. Or not make it easier, just simpler to choose things. But I wouldn't be here if I didn't have this type of mind. Well. Sometimes I wish I was an SJ type. But there's a couple times I really don't want to be. I wish I was an NT type instead of an NF type. Just make my life a little bit easier. Oh well. I think it's the same with Sword King. That's probably why he's struggling to finish his project, or not finish, but continue his project, because he's kind of losing internal motivation slowly. No matter how much free time he thinks he says he doesn't have, he still has plenty of time to do Tuber Simulator. He can put all that time into Bedrock, almost Operation Bedrock. I don't even put a lot of time into it, and I still get quite the amount done. I think it's better to set long-term goals, consistent long-term goals, than it is to do hard. Like they always say, to make it, if you want to achieve goals, you want to do stuff that are challenging. I think that depends on the context of the situation. It depends on what you're doing. I think long-term, you need to have easier goals that you can reach over consistent periods of time. But if it's short-term stuff, it needs to be difficult. You can't just have hard, long-term goals. You will burn yourself out easily. That also depends on the context of the situation as well, though. So, it's hard to say. Dang, I'm already almost at 190? Jesus. I was just at 186. At least this project's actually paying dividends finally. It only took 2 years and 3 months. I'm curious of the future. Of what's gonna happen. I don't know if anything's gonna be big about this project, but if it does, that'd be amazing. If it does happen, that'd be cool, but I mean, if it doesn't happen, I don't really like... It's not like a deal breaker or anything. Can't really make a deal about what's gonna happen in the future anyway. Now, if somebody bigger found me, that may change really fast. Potentially change. Especially since people don't have to wait 20 years for their project to finish. They can just do it a little bit more consistently and don't have to wait as long. As you know, the patience of the majority. I may get flub. What? So the patience of the majority is kind of slim to none. Shoot, I keep doing that. It's kind of weird though, because I'm like, I could technically have a lot of skills in something, but... Or not in something, but in multiple areas of whatever, honestly. But like, oh, okay. Possibly could change. It's more of a like I've heard shoutouts are temporary, but I mean, come on, if it does kind of just explode, then more people can wait for this big opportunity. I mean, come on, like, who wouldn't want to see an entire console-sized world being mined out with pickaxes instead of just... Because the only reason I'm doing this organically, I want to do organic advertising or organic traffic, because I don't want to just constantly spam on different channels and stuff like that about... I know it's probably not the worst thing ever, obviously, but come on. Like, it just seems wrong. I don't know if it actually is wrong. It just feels wrong. Give me a second. Okay. Oh my god. Swear to god, I think if like somebody took a shot every time I if I hit every time I hit a beacon, I would probably just... they'd probably die. Rip. It's weird though, it doesn't even show that you're on. Honestly, what I'm kind of excited for, I don't know if you heard about this now, about the stock market's down at the moment. This is so random. I don't even know why I thought of this, but do you know about that? How this? Oh God, where am I going? The stock market's down. Because of a certain virus or disease. Work on the 5? What do you mean? Oh, okay. I don't know. I considered investing into it since airports and airlines and stuff like that are down because of this. They're scared. Maybe if it goes down further, I know this is a horrible idea. Usually it's timing the market instead of timing the market. I know it's not too good, but considering airlines are down, certain airline companies could probably just drop in price and you buy in and then you're pretty much golden. I don't know how much it's going to go down, but it's an opportunity though, which is cool. I don't know how much it's down. I saw one of the companies, it was down like 20-30% probably, close to that. Maybe a little bit less than that, but I'm not too sure. Huge increase later on. 23-second latency? I wonder why. That's kind of crazy. Why am I still collecting? Wow, I only have one sugar box up. That's kind of crazy. You know, I think I've heard of that guy Flub. I think I've heard of him. I'm not too sure. I can look him up real fast just to see. I was kind of curious. Wow, flub is actually a word. Did not know that. That's actually kind of funny. No, I remember flub. Yeah, I remember flub. From a long time ago. Did not know flub got that big. Oh, what's up, Douglas? I had to mine 11,000 blocks of stone. Well, 11,000 blocks in total, and around 1% of that is coal. So And yes, I'm also counting in water, caves, and ravines, which is probably around 1,000,000 blocks. So about 1% of the world is coal, so about 100,000 blocks, which I'm gonna have to do this a couple times. So it's pretty insane. Oh, okay, that's good. That's pretty cool. It's good to know. Connections. Like I said, word of mouth is literally like the most powerful thing ever, honestly. Or not word of mouth, just connections are like the most powerful thing ever, honestly. Why am I mining over here? Or not really connections, more like just, yeah, it's kind of connections. Me6. Oh, okay. I remember Flub actually a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but at least a year or two ago. He grew so much. If it's the correct Flub I'm thinking about, because I know it was Geometry Dash. I noticed. I remember there was a Flub in Geometry Dash for a while. He hit big, honestly. Not hit big, but he just grew so much. It's pretty crazy. Whew. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Honestly, some of these GD channels, my god. I know, seeing them grow, like, over the years, Jesus Christ, they just explode. If you're a top 10 demon grinder or top, content creator, you are gonna hit big. Oh, okay. Just like those people in Minecraft. I would love to find a game, or like a community, like some kind of game like that, and just capitalize on it. Technically could have done it with Beat Saber, but I didn't actually have the equipment to do it, so. Oh, okay. Jeez, dude. It's pretty crazy. Pretty insane. Yeah, I would love to find a game to capitalize on, like, content or, like, specialize in a specific game. Because I know all the communities I followed always had one or two big dogs, and Geometry Dash has had several because of how long it's been going on and how many people quit, which is interesting. I was never really that good to actually. I mean, obviously you just have. I mean, obviously you don't have to be good to actually have um, good content or anything like that. It has to be a game that, like, it doesn't have to just launch, but if it has to be rapidly growing, that has a good community, at least a growing community, that has to be decently long lasting. That isn't very. You basically just become the what is it called? Like the fake Super Smash Brothers, Melee, even Smash Ultimate right now. Actually, Smash channels in general, because the game is has such longevity. You can obviously specialize, or you can just go general. That's if you have the power to do that. That is, because I know a lot of people There's probably a lot of people that can't switch games because they don't have the popularity to switch to either another game or another like section of the community or something like that, if that makes sense. It's like if you switch from, like in Geometry Dash, you switch from being a pro player to a content creator, depending on how big you are, the easier the transition's gonna take. If you're gigantic, it's gonna be a snap. It's very easy to switch content over and over again because you just have such a large following. Obviously Minecraft is the same way. If you're not big enough, oh, okay, Line Rider. I'll look it up real fast just to see. I think I've heard of that, but I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Definitely interesting. Like it's always those very like I see them all the time when it comes to specific like niches in or niches, however you want to say it, in games and stuff like that. Some people always have some kind of cool idea that just sparks. Like think about you know the guy Dream. I'm not too sure if you have. You probably have. His content isn't very rewatchable or memorable, but considering the ideas he just pulls out of nowhere, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, he blew up crazy because of his cursed Minecraft videos. It was ridiculous. He went from like a couple thousand subs to 500, like 500, 600,000. Oh, okay. He went from I don't know how I feel about his friend, honestly, George. I don't know. It's just it's one of those like content. It just isn't very original. Be honest. No, I'm not saying original. I mean like it's fairly original, at least in some degree. But it's very like not memorable. It's not very memorable. Personally, I know people obviously watch it because it's quite entertaining. I'll say that much. It is very entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but it's just what's up, Vash? It's a very like kind of creepy way you said that. Sup, mate. Or sad, whichever one. Yes. Honestly, though. Like, some of them, I watched a couple of the videos, but it just, it just grew old pretty quickly, because it's like, I love the ideas, don't get me wrong. He's like an idea generator, honestly, on a lot of this stuff. He probably takes ideas, probably, at least, not takes them, but kind of like probably takes a few of them, but reinvents them, I guess you could say. Maybe. I'm not actually too sure where he gets his sources from, but he could be. I have no idea, though. I'm just kind of making assumptions at this point, sadly. But I'm not too sure. But it's like, that's a clear example of a YouTuber that just kind of started from like one bigger video and just kept growing on and then just exploded. Like, his channel just... I remember his subscriber count was like 100, like 50K at one point, and then like next couple weeks it was at like 300, 400,000. My god, dude. It's crazy. And it's like not random content, but more like, yes, I get it. It's just like more not generic, it's just more like different ideas. Like it's, I don't really know. It's just pure content. It's just a pure content channel for Minecraft. It's like a what if channel, but not as dramatic as some channels. It's like a what if, but if it's friendly. And it's beyond, it's more content based and challenge based than anything else. I don't know, it's kind of interesting to think about. Because there's definitely weird niches like that. Like you would think a niche like that, no chance to make it in, because there's so many. But he made it in pretty easily. He probably wasn't the original. Or what about those videos? If I do this every time. Yeah, definitely. His videos just aren't that rewatchable. There's a lot of videos that probably could be, there are probably a few gold mines there, here and there, but I would say like 90% of them aren't very, I don't even remember some of the videos, besides like one video where he used speed. But, besides that, that's just a pure example of a content creator that could just grow off of almost nothing, out of thin air. Just from a few ideas. If he enjoys it, then why not? But I don't know how I feel about channels that grow out of just thin air. I mean, good for them that they actually found like a good niche to go into YouTube and make it. I don't know how much money he actually makes, if he even makes any, because of his. He probably does. Like I'm like, yeah, he does. Never mind. I don't know why I'm even questioning that, but oh well. But it's just crazy to grow that quickly. Interesting. Like, how did that guy, the guy who was walking across the world? Okay, so I'm streaming this mainly because of because I want to make a time lapse of mining one. I want to see what a time lapse video does. I like more or less experimenting with YouTube algorithms. Interestingly enough, because I know obviously time lapse are very enjoyable. Well, not very enjoyable, but you know what I mean. Like they're very satisfying and they're fairly popular. So, and so after I mine all this coal, I'm not going to. I'm probably not going to stream too much. I'm gonna do a decent amount off stream. It depends, because I don't stream actually that often at all. But oh well. This actually is pretty entertaining, not gonna lie, for me, just because I could actually like do things without becoming extreme. Because when you're just sitting silent, just hearing Minecraft music for 3 hours straight without any other thing going on, if you do that every single day, you would literally go almost insane. Unless everything else around you, unless you're trying to relax. But if you're doing it just to do it, without any like, not context, but like if you're not doing too much else around you, like during the day, that makes you kind of want to do it mentally, it just becomes kind of a strain after a while. It just becomes, you kind of just go insane. Let's just say that. Which is why I listen to music and watch videos and listen to podcasts and stuff like that. Of a lot of things. Yeah, definitely. You, you should not do a project ever this big without any internal goal. I mentioned this earlier. No amount of external or extrinsic motivation will ever get you this far in this project. Well, unless you actually like literally make a living off of it, but you need some form of internal grip to do this project. Like you really do. You need a plan, you need some kind of vision of what you're going to be doing. You need patience, obviously, and expect nothing good. Expect nothing to get out of it. Like, I didn't expect my channel to kind of somewhat blow up slightly. Like, at all. Like, I sort of knew it was going to happen eventually if I just kept doing this project. But I never actually expected it to happen, if that makes sense. Sounds weird. I just kept doing the project. Which is why everybody's surprised of how I do this project for 2 years without almost any sense of motivation or very, very little viewership during that time. During streams, all that kind of stuff. Well, it's mainly just because of the project. That's why I kept going. It's not like you shouldn't honestly do a project, especially a project this big, for something like, yeah, basically. You shouldn't do a project this big unless you really want to do this project and you actually understand what you're actually doing. Yeah. Don't get me wrong though, like when it comes to something like a project like this, that's how a lot of these bigger YouTubers, or not really bigger, but yeah, I would have to say bigger YouTubers, just kept playing their game and did what they enjoyed and kept creating. And then after a while, they started getting a following and a bigger following, and they kept making new ideas, and then they kept doing new projects. And then when he lost his 5-year world or whatever it's called, this hardcore world, he kinda, I don't even know what happened to him after that actually, but after that happened, he just kinda made history. I don't know what actually has happened to his channel since then. Like, I don't know what he's actually doing or like how big he's gotten since that. But that's how a lot of channels grow, is because they actually just enjoyed the game. Never really cared for, I mean, obviously there's some that obviously cared for the viewership and stuff like that for YouTube, not really the game. There are some, but I'd say generally most people, Actually, I would say minority of it is people who try to grind on YouTube. I'm just kind of expanding my options at the moment. That's kind of what I'm doing with this channel. If I do hit big, then good, but honestly, I'm just doing this for the project at this point. Oh, that makes sense. I wonder how many subs he had before that video happened. Dang, man. That's crazy. I mean, considering how big that was ridiculous. Considering how long he had that world up, and the fact that I think they even put it in the Minecraft, the whatever it's called, that weird text on the side. I think. That's ridiculous. It's only because he had that hardcore world. He achieved something like nobody else has. Or he's done something grand that nobody else has done. Dang. It's okay, I'm not saying nobody has done that, but considering how much some people, I'll just say this. No amount, yeah. No amount of hard work. How about this? No amount of dedication you put into something will come with a prize, I guess you could say. There's always this tiny amount of luck. I don't care how much hard work you put into it. There's always this tiny amount of luck that goes into something. I don't even know, honestly. Just, yeah, there's always a tiny amount of luck when it comes to hard work. Or not even just hard work, just dedication, but like this channel. This channel could go, like, I went from, it took 2 years to go to 48 subs. One night, I went to 300. And then now I'm actually getting consistent 1 subscriber a day. Way better than 1 subscriber every month. Or 2. Something bigger could happen, or nothing could happen. That's where something like that could happen, if that makes sense. There's always that little bit of, like, if that spark, that connection thing I was talking about. The tiniest bit of connection, or message, I guess you could say, could go the longest way possible. Like Sword King. IBX Toy Cat, he has 2 videos on Sword King's channel, or not Sword King's channel, on Sword King's world that has like hundreds of thousands of views, like 400, 500,000 views. Not much has happened because he kinda, it's not that he wasted his chance to get bigger, but he kinda just like, it kinda just fizzled really quickly. Obviously, their situations are completely different. Not completely, but like, they're relatively different because his was just more of a tragic error that happened in his world compared to, like, imagine if my world got deleted or something like that. Like, what would happen then? Is it the same thing? Could the same thing happen again? Like with Toycat losing 10 hours on his going 100,000 blocks in one direction or something like that. What if his world got, or not what his world, when he lost his thing, it's one of his highest viewed videos, I think. Now, if my world has already been corrupted a couple times, to be honest with you. I've lost a couple of hours here and there. But imagine if I lost my world. I don't know if anything would actually happen, but it's kind of the same situation if you think about it. A big, long journey, crashing down after 5 or 6 years. That's what happened with his. And yeah. And it just made him, it just grew him. Just interesting if you think about it. Whoa. Now, if I lost my world, I would like cry, honestly. That's how much time I've put into this world. Obviously, this world doesn't have the longevity of a lot of worlds and stuff like that. It doesn't have like that legacy feel to it like it does a lot of worlds. Now, this project itself is kind of a legacy, which is cool, but this world itself, like my project, technically doesn't have a lot of legacy, but the project itself does. So I'm not too sure, and I'm not too sure if anybody else is actually going to attempt this project and even come close to it. So I'm not too sure what's gonna happen in the future. Yeah, honestly. Thanks, man. Thanks, Vash, for the extra. Yeah, I can't imagine either, but extra respect, I guess you could say. I don't know. Yeah, I can't even imagine it either, honestly. I've had a couple times where I've actually almost lost it, but oh, thank God for online storage. Let's just say that. Honestly, just keep doing the world. That's how I did on this world. This world did not start off planned. I'll be honest with you. This world is a mess. Like literally a mess. Like it took me 3 or 4 hours to dedicate myself to organize the world, and it paid dividends. Just like mining all this coal will pay dividends later on. Setting yourself up isn't exactly the best way to think about for this project. It's just kind of like, well, I mean, setting yourself up is fine. Just if you want to do a project like this, keep it simple. Just keep the actual project progress simple. Um, because the simpler you make it, the easier it is, the less overwhelming it is gonna be to do this project. Like, I don't think you realize how simple this project literally gonna be in the next like 2 or 3 years. It's just gonna be mining another 5 or 6 sections. Honestly, just figure out what I would just have to say. I don't even know how to respond to that, honestly. Honestly, dude, just pick a goal or something that you want to achieve in the future. I don't know how future oriented you actually are, but just a tiny bit of thinking, like future thinking, could help you long term. I think too much in the future, to be honest with you. I mean, you could say it helps me, but I wish I was a little bit more balanced. I'm like those not skilled trades, but like in those games, like in games and stuff like that. Like if I had to trade some skill sets for a certain skill set, I would totally trade in um a little bit of intuition for sensing, like like in the moment stuff. But I can't really help that. I've had to just push past it. This project definitely has changed a lot of how I viewed projects in general. But the problem is, when it comes to life, I can't figure out anything I actually enjoy to do, like a goal or something. Like I want to minimize everything else in life and just do this. I know it sounds stupidly horrible, but I know obviously anybody who ever hears something like that. But honestly, if I could do projects for people, that would be cool actually. Now that would be nice, but I really doubt anybody would actually pay people to do projects. I really doubt that. But oh well. Just take it one step, just like this project, just taking it one step at a time. It's basically what I did with this project. I had about a million ideas. I had to keep it simple. Actually, yeah, there is. It's the 32-bit integer. No, 16-bit integer. 2,147,000,000 something something XP. It's like level 15,000 or some stupid amount. I may actually hit, go look up IBX Toycat, look up max level enchantments or something like that, and you'll figure it out. Yeah, it's like I think it's 14,000. I think I could be wrong. It's ridiculous amounts of XP though. It's almost impossible to reach. I'd probably have to reset the Ender Dragon literally like thousands and thousands of times for me to even reach that number. And I'm probably heavily underestimating how much it actually is. There's a limit. 16-bit integer also is for the actual levels too. So if somehow you can literally break the game and get so there is a limit. It's 2.17 2.147 million or billion, I mean, not million. Um XP levels, like not the actual like XP itself, but the levels. But besides that, it goes down to zero after that. It literally goes to zero if you go anything higher than that. But is impossible, so Also, when it hits that 2.147 billion, it can't go any higher naturally, like the 2.147 billion. If you hit that much XP, you can't go any higher, like naturally, if you're talking about the actual XP itself. Not the levels. So yeah, there's your answer. But I'm not even like, I don't even know how much XP I've gotten from this coal. If somebody wants to look up how much XP you get actually from one piece of coal, that would be nice. Like the XP levels of each of the, I don't even know what the XP levels for each of the ores. Diamond is ridiculous stuff. Oh my god, can I just like not, can I just have some level of multitasking for once? Also, that's another thing. I wish I could trade a little bit of my high intensity focus to with a little bit of multitasking. Because my god, I can't multitask for any. I can barely drive. Without like having a heart attack. Like I'm literally like the least jack of all trades there is. Even though I technically am the most jack of all trades with my levels of interest. It's kind of weird because I'm like a weird type of specialty where I like get bored very quickly of skills and stuff like that. But I'm very specialized, I guess you could say. At the same time, it's weird. I just kind of focus on one thing, which I should have been doing with this project, but oh well. It's really hard when you like naturally want to turn down any friend, joining friend games, or any playing a game with friends when you want to just do a project. That is actually extremely painful. Like very painful. The amount of peer pressure is kind of ridiculous to play a game. It's almost like I feel like they're gonna disown me as a friend if I don't play the game. That's how it feels. That's how bad it gets. Good enough. I know they actually don't think that, but I think they're finally understanding my type of like specialty with games. Because I am quite different when it comes to games like that. Um, just look up XP in XP orb or XP gives or XP whatever it's called. Freaking Christ, I don't know what it's called. XP something. It's like XP. Wait a minute, I have that book. Give me just a second. Okay, never mind. Can't find it. The one book that I have is Vietnam Banks. It was an experience calculator. Wait, I can actually calculate. Oh, I can't calculate this, but let's go from 0. Go to 30. What? Okay, let's see. Core. That's okay. Yeah, it only says 0. Okay, I think I understand. Okay, it goes from 0 to 2.0. I can actually probably calculate this. It says actions needed 825 coal. That's a lot of coal to get to. Jesus Christ, man. Good lord, that's ridiculous. That's more ore than more ore than an average what is it called? So I would have to mine this how many times over? 10 times, 100 times. About 10,000 times over. Which is ridiculous. I have to do this stream, like all these streams combined. So 10,000 times, probably about 30 hours. Which is ridiculous, like 300 something thousand hours, I think. I don't know. I'm kind of just... I don't even know how much it is, actually. Which is... I don't even want to know how much 3,000 hours actually is. I think the average working year is like 8,000 hours, something like that. So you would actually have to work, times that by 3 is 24,000 hours. Wait, that's not even counting the last 2 days of the week. Okay, let's just say if you mined every single day, not counting Saturday and Sunday, for 24 hours a day, and the only days you slept were Saturday and Sunday, which is really weird, but it would honestly, it would take you 24 times. It would still take you like 10 years. Over 10 years of doing that. Over a decade. Oh, why do I keep doing that? If you wanted to mine that much coal. Or ore. Actually just, no, it's coal. Coal is significantly less than the other ones. Oh my god. I'm gonna so screw myself with this sometime. I'm gonna like not pay attention and then I'm just gonna die. 418 days. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Where the heck did this cobblestone come from? Where the heck did this come from? Is there something I'm missing here? Oh well, I'll deal with this later. I think the average working is 8,000 hours. I could be, no, it's not 8,000 hours. Wait, I'm not even close. What am I thinking? It's like 8 hours a day, every single day, 5 days a week, 40 hours. No, it's like 2,000. No, what am I thinking? Well, I'm way off. Okay, it would take 4 times the amount I just said earlier, so about 40 years. Literally. It would take you 4 decades to mine that much coal. If you did 24 hours a day for 5 days a week. What's up, Night Ninja? Welcome to the stream. Glad I'm getting consistent viewers. It's really nice. Consistent new viewers. It's definitely quite nice. It shows consistency in growth. And what's up, Ellis? Ilis? Colon? Speaking of new viewers, actually I don't know if you're new or not. I swear I've heard your name before. Or somebody similar. Oh, okay, good. Welcome to the stream then. 2 new people right away, or right off the bat. And I just mentioned that too, which is kind of funny. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, honestly though, I don't even know what like is actually in Terraria, but I know there's some kind of ridiculous things. I wish the viewer count thing would actually be accurate for once. But no, sadly. At least on Streamlabs. Alright, thanks for the subscription. Wait, it's actually accurate? Whoa. The subscriber gold thing, it actually works? For once? I think about it. You know how dreading it is to think about mining this? I'll probably eventually, I will go through the floor. I don't know when I'll ever do this. What do you think about Mixer? What? What do you mean? I will go through the floor and you'll be surprised at how much ore is actually on the floor. How that rhymes. Yes. I know, it's kind of crazy. This project's actually, this mining 100,000 coal, it's taking longer than I thought, and that's saying something. And I was prepared for the worst. Like, seriously. Like, I know I didn't stream yesterday or yesterday before that, but... oh well. I will make it up with this stream, because it's going to be a 3-hour stream. Or close to 3 hours. Which will at least make up some of the ground. You know, it'd be fun, a 24-hour stream of mining. That would be interesting. I don't think I'll pull it off anytime soon, but that would be cool. I don't know how I'd pull it off, though, with this. This would be really difficult to do 24 hours of this. I would probably fall asleep like 10 times, or feel like I'd fall asleep. What's up, Endermaster? Wow, all these people are joining. Or the Endermaster. Oh god, what am I doing? Ah! Alright, hopefully you feel better in the future. So you can watch more streams. Oh, I'm just kidding, but seriously. Oh my god, I literally cannot pay attention, can I? Okay, I think I'm good. Mine the nether. There you go, that's your simple answer. Oh. Okay. Good to know. Oops. I will mine the nether after this, which is gonna be painful in more than ways than one. I still don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm going to do it eventually. And then I'll mine out the end, and then jump off and die. Jump off the end island. Or not jump off the end island, jump into the void. And then whatever's left in the world, that's it. Oh shoot. Yes. Those things get so annoying when I'm mining. Like, not this mining, but like mining sections. I will totally pull off a Pippin's FTS and mine at the end. It won't take that long. It won't take 145 hours. Because I'll at least have beacons. Because I don't think he had beacons. It will be the last thing because I need to keep resetting the end. It will easily be the last thing I'll do. Because I need to have enough pickaxes to... I'll probably just make an XP farm up here if I absolutely have to do it. But... I had one friend actually help me. 2 in 1 hour and 40... Yeah, totally. You could probably do it in a pretty reasonable amount of time with beacons. I had one friend help me, but he couldn't join the world after a certain update. I don't even know why. Like at all. But it didn't make any sense. He was the only person. Wait, what? Just like in the end? Is that what you mean? Like it's just a floating block? You could probably do this. You could probably mine the end in like a couple of hours. I'm probably highly underestimating it actually. Rethinking about how big the end actually is. I've slabbed my entire end before. You know, I considered doing something similar to that with not really. It'd be cool to get. How cool a mining server would be, where you just literally just join in, grab some pickaxes, and start mining. That would be so sick. I should start something like that. Imagine how much traction that could possibly get. I don't know how it started though. No, because this project is. Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. I think. I'm not 100% certain what you mean, but like, I think I have an idea of what you mean. What's up, Demon Ritos? I was wondering when you were gonna join. Yeah, no, not bad, right? Okay, I'm not gonna do any of the end cities. I am literally just going to do Should I do the end cities? I don't know why I never considered the end cities. I would need a lot of pickaxes to do that though. There are 4 of them, aren't there, total? On console, if I remember correctly. I remember resetting it once, but... Wait, that would basically be impossible then. Wait, no, that's possible. I was wondering when you were gonna join. Oh, never mind, never mind. I was about to say, I saw the first message. It's really hard to... God, you're always so... conversational with your messages. Like how you were debating on like the perspective of me and Sword's World. Remember that? I remember rewatching a stream of the first thing you talked about. I remember that. Also, I'm just gonna mention sponges are not the best trade-off. I'm just gonna say that right now. Sponges are not a good trade-off for a deep ocean. $2 years. Actually, yeah, well, the world itself is 3.5 years. But the project itself, I didn't start the project till around 2 and something years. 2 years and like 3 months. Something like that. Oh, I finally hit 5 years. It took a while, but it's a new record for a couple weeks. Yeah, so the world itself is a couple, like 3 years old. Yeah, honestly though, a deep ocean's so much worse than a normal ocean though. See that little, do you see that patch of water? I'm gonna point to it. Do you see that patch of water where my thing is pointing? That is like a cakewalk compared to this. I want to show you something real fast actually. You haven't seen this, I don't think. I want to show you how much water is actually in this world to whoever's watching. I know 1 or 2 people have actually seen this if they were in the stream a little while back. I'm not too sure though. But this is actually kind of insane. I was dreading this section and the next section for literally years now actually, because I noticed it on the map. Like, you do not want, like, sponges are the worst trade-off for a world like this. I will take anything but a deep ocean world, but obviously I have to still continue with this world because I'm already 17 million blocks in, and why not have a good challenge with water? So I need to show you how much water is actually in this world. How big this deep ocean segment is. This may be the largest amount of water anybody's ever gotten rid of in a world. This is a cakewalk. Like, this section right here, easy. This is easy. This little section right here. This will probably only take a couple weeks per section. This is gonna take probably 2 or 3 months. Okay. What's up, Dylan? Again. I have so much coal because out of 11 million blocks I saved up. Out of 11 million blocks, I'm gonna just count about 1 million of it being water, ravines, caves, and stuff like that. Yes. Look at this. This is 270,000 blocks of sand. Shoot. It is a lot of gray, isn't it? I can't wait till the entire thing's gray. Or pretty much gray. Look at all this. This is all filled all the way to the side of the world. This is all deep ocean. From here all the way till... Well, this isn't deep ocean, but this, like, middle part is. It goes from, like, deep ocean, or it goes from normal ocean to deep ocean to... Deep ocean up to, like, around where this mesa is. Good thing I get a ton of gold, though. Which is cool. I like that. I'm so scared, actually, right now. Yes, I actually have screenshots. Yeah, honestly, though, I'm gonna get, like, nightmares. I do have screenshots if you guys want to see them. I got one of the weirdest achievements ever on this world. It was called Supersonic, where you go 40 meters per second. I literally landed in a hole and clicked my elytra once and I got the achievement. Don't even know how I did it. Yeah, that's what I use it for. I just silk touched every ore. I had to smelt 50,000 iron and gold. Okay, I didn't actually plan on doing silk touch until actually I saw sword. A lot of this stuff actually, some of this stuff actually is inspired, like some of the methods. It's just kind of a slightly different version. But until I saw him starting to do the silk touch stuff, it's so useful. Because it just saves it for later, so you don't have to deal with it a bunch in your inventory. You can just hold more stuff in your inventory. The only reason I would go with Fortune... Yeah, 50,000 iron. Yes. I could totally not make 48 double beacons with that much iron. Or whatever the ridiculous amount. I think it was 600, no, it was 1,000. I think I hit it actually 1,000 diamond. I have a screenshot of 1,000 diamond ore to whoever for some reason does not think you can't get 1,000 diamond ore in this world. They're crazy. If you don't think you can't get 1,000 diamond ores, you really don't know how to do math. Nice. I don't even use my Steam account that much at all. Because I don't use Steam that much at all, actually. Oh, okay. I'm not a big fan of achievement hunting, personally. I know I used to at one point, but I just kind of got grown tired of achievement hunting. You know what? Actually, this is, I think the world I... File size? It's actually one of the smallest file sizes on this world. I know that sounds ridiculous, but... Goodbye, what was your first name? Ninja something? I'm gonna be horrible with names, so... And Endermaster. Or Endermaster. Oh, okay. I don't know the actual file size of it, but I know it's one of my lowest things, like lowest files. I mean, it shouldn't really be that surprising, but oh well. Maybe with all this coal, it could increase a lot. Like the the first version of this coal, I should have actually seen what that was, because all this coal probably added a ton of it may have added a ton of stuff. Like, you would think a world like this that has had so much stuff done on it, it would be a pretty big file size. Nope. It's tiny compared to all my other survival worlds that have a house, a garden. It's only I can't tell if you're actually caressing about that. Also, you kind of messed up on that. Why do you put a @ sign on it? Honestly, that one's... I don't even know, honestly. God dang it. This is so hard to pay attention and do chat at the same time. I'm like the worst person for something like this. I may have to just look at chat occasionally. Because this takes a lot of, I wish I had like a GameCube controller with all the the octagon type of, stuff so I could, oh my god. How many times am I going to do this? The octagon, joysticks. That would be very useful for a project like this. Just not with mining. Like mining, sections. Yes. I have 700,000 dirt on my world. I probably have more dirt in the chest, like in the chest in there than I do on my actual world. Which is kind of funny. I have over I think it's 700,000 dirt. It's ridiculous. It's like over 100 something thousand double chests. I mean 100 double chests. I actually have to go to a new base because that base is super laggy. Shoot. The only thing I don't keep is stone. Actually, I keep everything except for stone products and not gravel because it's gravel. That's why. I don't like gravel. And there's no point in keeping it anyway. Because it's technically still a stone-esque block. I know you can technically say that about every block in the game, but oh well. Besides dirt. And wood. Oh wait, what am I doing? Whatever. I've never been that consistent. This is gonna be a weird time lapse. I'm gonna have to edit some of this stuff out. Should I edit these streams? Or should I just cram them together and then just speed it up? Because if I tried to edit over 20 or 30 hours worth of this, my god. That is a lot of editing. I may do it anyway. Just for the quality. just to make it a little bit more watchable. You know what's funny? It actually isn't 100,000 coal, which is funny. I know it's slightly clickbait, but like it isn't. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of on that fence. Good night, Dylan. See you in a future stream. Dylan? Hmm. Hmm. Well, I may actually hit 200. If I can stop forgetting to put the stuff in the chest or shulker box, that would also be helpful. Whoa, that's us. Not close, but that was something right there. Okay, I'm finally past. This. Okay, I guess I'll take it. Oh, wait, no, I'm finally at the... Finally, I'm at three high stuff. God dang, it took forever. I'm finally at 3 high. Did I really just do that?